It isn't difficult to mar a thing of beauty. In the case of a landscape, a bit of trash can go a long way. A lot of trash can be devastating. The west side of Utah Lake has been an ATV riding area and a firearm shooting destination for residents of Salt Lake City for decades. This area is actually a mix of Bureau of Land Management and school and institutional trust lands. And over the years, unruly users have taken an enormous toll.
Much of our lands throughout the state are in more rural parts of the counties and so forth, but this one, being in proximity to a large population center, has presented its unique challenges for us. People are packing in a lot of appliances, believe it or not. I'm talking refrigerators, microwaves, computers, etc., that are fun for them to blow up. Unfortunately, what's going on is that instead of bringing that stuff in and taking it out with them, they're leaving that behind.
Today, representatives from Sitla, Utah County, the BLM, and volunteers including AYL's own Chad Booth are out on Lake Mountain cleaning up. Instead of just closing down the area completely, the agencies plan to actually improve it, turning it into a responsible use destination for both off-road enthusiasts and marksmen. In the case of Sitla, whose sole purpose is providing revenue for Utah public schools, this plan isn't something they have to do, but rather want to do.
Even though we have our fiduciary responsibility and allegiance to our beneficiaries, we try to be community players. And we recognize that, as long as we have a disciplined approach to the public recreating on our lands, we are certainly supportive of that.
The really good thing about it is in this era of, okay, we got a problem, let's close it and shut it and it's done. They're saying, no, let's close it, clean it up, make the system work, and then open it back up for the recreation. So I think it's laudable and applaudable that they're taking this approach.
The long-term vision of this, of course, is not to, again, close doors on these areas. We're trying to create a climate to where, over time, we'll be able to, yet again, open up this area. Critical to the overall strategy, of course, will be bringing in a formal shooting range, which, as you know, is on the radar right now. I anticipate realistically a year to year and a half, maybe 2 years before that comes to fruition.
That shooting range is something everyone at the table agreed was a necessity on Lake Mountain. Much of the debris has been brought out for target practice and left behind. But in this case, the trash comes from a distant second to what archaeologists feel is the real tragedy: the damage of some of the oldest known petroglyphs in the West, many of which have been hit by stray bullets from recreationists who had no idea they were even there.
We came out about 6 months ago with BLM, and they took us up this little dirt road, and we were standing on this little dirt road, and they said, okay, there's 200 archaeological sites from here around up to mile marker or whatever it was up north. And I said, well, I don't see the cliffs. I don't see the typical rock art cliffs. And he said, look right between your legs. Right between my legs was a flat rock art that had blackened in.
On these rocks right here, if you walk through them, you will see 6,000 to 12,000 year old rock art. You'll see little guys in headdresses, and they were pecked into the rock. They weren't drawn with ink or scratched out of the varnish. They were pecked.
The plans will also account for off-roaders looking to explore, linking current trails with networks on the other side of the mountain, and that will create one gigantic travel corridor for the four-wheel set. Beauty can be damaged, but it can also be reclaimed. Here on the west side of Utah Lake, that's the goal. Not to take away the outdoor opportunities that exist, but to improve them, while at the same time saving our western legacy for future explorers to discover.
We need to preserve this, because we've seen rock art here today that have been totally obliterated by people shooting into the rocks. I'm sure some of them don't even know what they're shooting at.
There's still mountain access out here, there's still desert valley access, there's still historical access. All the things people go out to play for, and it's just a matter of managing it. And so I'm looking forward to when this cleanup is done, the closure's done, they open it back up, and I'm out here on the trail.
And getting out on the trail is something recreationists of all types want. From the trailhead, I'm Terry Wood.
Hey guys, if you liked that video, you're going to want to watch all of our other AYL videos. You're going to want to like it, you're going to want to share it, and you're going to want to subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're going to want to do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
Why are you going to sell me out like that, Steven?
So you want to click all of these things and subscribe to our channel, because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.